Alright, I guess nothing really to it except for just to get at it. I have the very trusty Swiss Army knife. Um, Let me show you the box. Here's the box. My wife says it was, how many pounds? 18 pounds, she says. I assume she put it on the scale very carefully, not to get into anything that's inside. And let me just say, Steve Jackson Games, they do this stuff. They didn't have to like make artwork on the box and stuff, but that's cool that they went to that much of a you know an effort to do something neat like that. Okay, now I got a couple extra things that. Well, first of all, I got the I Want It All box, which is why I'm doing this video. Um, so it includes some stuff that's not in just the standard Legacy edition. And then I ordered a couple extra things as extras or gifts for some other people. So there's going to be a few extra things in my box that are not that are on top of what would be in the I Want It All. And I'll try to like designate all that so that no one's confused. First, nice piece of cardboard. Okay, it's protective. It's very smart. They put it on top so if you're cutting through the box knife, you can know it's there. But I just wouldn't slice through willy-nilly anyway. But okay, the first thing on the top that we have is the Fantasy Trip Companion. Very nice artwork. 63 pages. And if there's any of this stuff you don't know about, it's all the information is on the website. Um, so that's where you will go to get all your information. Next, we have Fantasy Trip. What is this? What could this be? It's not the book. If it was the book, it would say In the Labyrinth on it. Okay, this item is one of the pocket folders. So it's nice that they have put Liz Danforth and others' very beautiful artwork on here. Very nice. Next is, I'm going to assume another, maybe another folder. It seems like about the same thickness as the last one. Okay, so this one's got the awesome octopus on it, and inside more artwork. This one has success rolls, tables, and the back of it I'd like to show you is very nice. It has your weapons and equipment table. The previous has your list of options for attacking, both disengaged and engaged figures. Very nice. Good, excellent use of the real estate there. All right. Next thing I have on top, and these were, I believe these were extra. Let me look. No, these come with, all this comes with the both the I Want It All box, I believe. Let's see, and yes, all this comes with the base Legacy Edition set. Now these I know should be extra, or extra of these. These are the counters that you use to play the game. They have figures. You can punch them out. You don't have to cut them out with scissors like the old ones. And all the figures, of course, are two-sided, so when they're dead, you have the very nice skull and crossbones. Fantastic. They punch out. I can feel them getting ready to come out in my hand. So they punch out very easily, and they're very, very nice quality. All right. Next, we have more counters. Starting to get the hang of the knife so I can get them out without damaging them. So these look to be like death test counters. And there we have a large dragon. I believe that would be the 7 hex dragon. So very nice. Next, we have more counters. Like I said, I did order one extra pack of all the counters. So you'll normally get one of these each, which is what you're seeing here. One of each of these, just like I've shown you. All this in the base set. Okay. Also, we have this little jewel that people have been waiting forever to grab a hold of. This is the very first revived pocket box. New and improved, shall we say. I say new and improved because it's larger, wider than, or not wider, thicker than the old ones, I'm told. I was never fortunate enough to own those. And it's not a secret how to get into them, but you got to get your fingernail underneath there. We have an extra bag. I wonder what that could be for. We have our small D6s for the smaller edition of the pocket box. So you have your melee, all the rules for that. Next is a wizard spell reference table. Several pages of spells for the base wizard and melee set. And then we have the wizard rules. Also very nice. Very good quality paper. Alright, next. And these are pretty tight in here. I'm actually going to throw this over a little bit. Alright, so what do we have? We have the melee map. Very nice, very nice. Just like all you folks remember. And then we have the wizard map. Also very nice. Now, let me see. If I had planned this ahead of time a little bit better. Alright, I don't have access to my original melee and wizard. I might see if my assistant can find that for me. Is it over here? Or do we know if it's put away? Well, some of them are hermetically sealed to withstand the ravages of time, shall we say. But I'll show you that later in comparison. These will be matching the small box of the melee and wizard that we got in the 80s or whatnot when they came out. Now, look at the tokens. See the tokens. Okay, these are for the pocket box. Now, just a good comparison, look at the dragon. So the dragon is bigger with this set. Yes, the base set that comes with the Legacy Edition, not the pocket box, but the main set, the hex sizes are larger. So I wanted to just point that out. So you have all the tokens that you need. You have the 2 maps, wizard, melee, all the rules, wizard spells, and melee. And then last but not least, you have a set of dice, 3 6-sided dice. And do we know what this is for now? Yes, it's to hold all your counters. Very nice. We throw this in our back pocket, whip it out at the lunch table, whether you're at work or at school, and bam. My assistant. Here we go. Just a quick comparison, and I'll just compare the maps so that you can, well, you know what, these might not be first printings, but they'll give you an idea. So here's the original wizard. Got some different artwork and whatnot, but you'll notice all very similar. Size especially is similar. Spells. Here's something also. You have your counters. Now these, back in the day, as you can see, were like this, and you had to cut them out yourself meticulously and carefully. And then I'll show you for comparison There's Wizard in the original set. And here is Wizard in the new set. So, the answer is, what do we think? Yes, they're pretty much identical, folks. So, what you played back in the day is what is in this box right here. Melee, same thing. Same exact thing. Same size. So the materials are a little different. Hopefully, maybe a little more durable. And again, this is just comparing the regular small boxes with the Pocket Box edition. But the dice seems like it's a little bit smaller in the older ones. I'll sort that out a little bit neater, a little bit more neatly later. Oh, and this is also something I'll have to put back in the box later. We'll just... Alright, so there we have, in detail, the Melee Wizard Pocket Box. Also comes in the Legacy Edition. I'm not going to wrap this one. It's a gift for a friend. I ordered that extra. It doesn't, there's not two of them that comes with the Legacy Edition or the I Want It All box. Alright, next I'm going to have to remove some cardboard here, looks like. Oh, the first thing that can come out is this gorgeous, never before seen rule book for the Fantasy Trip in the Labyrinth. My assistant may be able to find the originals, which are in the plastic bin, triple protected versus demons, spells, and rain and flood, hopefully. Flood mostly. Let me show you the originals. So this is the original In the Labyrinth. As you can see, it's not exactly white anymore, right? And it's about the size of a, shall we say, Dragon magazine, if you remember those, or just a standard magazine. Now the Advanced Wizard and Advanced Melee, they hardly ever come out of these books, so you're getting a treat. Actually, makes me a little paranoid to take them out. So here we have Melee. So all three of these, the information that was traditionally held in all three of these books is now in this single hardbound. And I'm just going to say, just for durability's sake, that's going to be fantastic. So we have the amazing artwork that is shown throughout the whole entire set. And there's not one iota less fantastic artwork on the inside. It's rearranged a little bit differently. Something that we have never had before that I will always cherish is this fantastic index. If any of you remember playing out of the 3 books back in the day, shall we say, that was always a big hassle, is trying to find something until you got used to the exact placement of where it's at. But if you'll just take a look, some of this artwork is really fantastic. If you'll remember in the original sets, there was like right in this dead center, there was a big like mega hex map that you could like Xerox copy and cut out, and that's how you could create your different labyrinths. Well, that's not here. And also that black and white double page, or I think it was double page. It might have been single page. I'll have to look. But it's a hugely complex black and white map that was originally created in black and white, and to differentiate the different levels of the labyrinth, you had different patterns. And because there were, I think, memory's failing me, I think there's like 9 or 10 different levels in that thing, so only one of those could be a solid pattern, and the rest were like different. Yeah, let me have that. It's the labyrinth right there. I'll take it. So we had these on the inside that you could copy and cut out and paste onto cardboard or whatever. And this is what I'm talking about, the double page. And if it's not a little mind-boggling for you to read this, then you're doing a lot better than I am. I actually know 90% of the people I knew who had this. They took it out and they colored it with either markers or they colored it with pencils, colored pencils, because this darkest one is about the only one you can follow real well. The other ones are like hashes, crosses, X's, some different gradients of different textures to give it the different levels. But you know, going through it was pretty difficult. So you'll see that none of that's here though. This is just rules and tables, and there is some nice map going on here. We have, oh, there's Southern Valentia. I don't think we, yeah, we had that before. Southern Valentia, kind of like redone and revamped in Bendwin. They look very nice. But all the content of that is all the same as far as the role-playing content and the information about the towns and the campaigns and all that. So I'm going to skip about the middle section. I'll get back to that in a minute. So the next thing I see is, okay, I'm really having to work at this because it's hugely, even this is hugely heavy. Okay, so we have the Fancy Trip Legacy Edition. And I'm just looking at this now going, why do I have these extra books? Oh yes, that's why. Because the Legacy Edition comes with another one. Carefully, carefully. And from what I've heard online, you have to be like patient when you open this thing because the box fits so tightly that it just, yeah, as you can see, it's heavy enough that it will come out of there, but it's just so tightly, you know, it's just the tolerances are so close that it takes a while to get it out of there. Okay, so some of the artwork, I'll just do a glance over of this. So you have the front, one side, another side, and again, they just do a fantastic job with all this artwork. And here is one of the pictures I love the most. It's the horrible octopus wizard. So we're going to set that here. Oh, one of my favorite little things that they've done. You take a die and you throw it in the bottom of this box, and look what you can do. You can randomly generate your labyrinth just on the spur of the moment. And it's just like Steve Jackson and Steve Jackson Games not to waste one little bit of space. So this is big thumbs up. You guys are brilliant. I'm just telling you, this is cool. This is something I wish I had back in the day. All right. Next, we have the Read This First, which I've seen he's put in a lot of his stuff. Okay, we're going to come back to that. Or you can just check out yours when you receive the box. I'm just showing you things today. So now we've got the Legacy Edition inside the box. We have, let's go first things first. So we have Melee. Okay. I want to be careful and not hurt the packaging or the box with my little knife here, but I also want to get into this stuff. It's so exciting for me. All right. Again, I can't. Every time we open something, you're going to have me talk about the artwork. The artwork is fantastic. It's just really amazing. Okay, so, oh look, another baggie. We have something you may have seen already. It is in the pocket box size. This is the same thing. And then we have something else that you haven't really seen yet. You think you have, but this is what I was talking about earlier, the larger version. So it and the counters, which you've seen previously, are larger in the box than they are in the pocket box. Okay, the pocket box is the traditional, old school, this is what you played in the late 70s, early 80s size. This, the rules are the same size, but a nice, more epic size map and counters to match. So that's pretty much what we need. We need the rules, we need the map, and we need the counters. And that's all you got, that's all you need to get. So there's only one thing left, and that is these gorgeous pearlized dice. I gotta take these out. Red is my favorite color. These are red and gold, which is pretty BA, if I must say so. They look fantastic. The light on them is just really good. So, they look great. They really look good. You can see them. Alright, I'm going to put this back in here. So that's what you have up. Hold on. My assistant is pointing. Wait, you forgot that baggie. Okay, so we'll throw that baggie back in there. That's another thing. A lot of kudos to remembering every last little detail, which is, hey, we're going to need a baggie for this stuff. You know, I'm scrambling on a lot of games I've opened up. I'm scrambling around trying to find a baggie to fit this thing. And, you know, they made the boards and components and all the pieces, and if they didn't give you a bag, you have to search around for a bag that is the exact right size. You don't want a huge bag to hold this stuff and a bunch of leftover space. Alright, this is going to look almost identical. As far as the contents and the count of the contents, you'll have the box, the gorgeous box, and she's kind of a babe, right? What do you think? She's kind of a babe. Alright, and then you have plastic bag, wizard rules, also wizard spell reference pages, so that's good. Then we have, I'm not going to open this one up because it's going to look exactly the same. So we have our counters to go with the wizard box, and we have the map, which is the larger, more epic size map, which is really cool. And you know, it's got everything you need with the blue dice. Sorry. And the blue dice look pretty awesome as well. They look fantastic. Alright. We'll set Miss Wizard to the side here. Excuse me just a moment. Alright, our next box to open is a box that contains both the Death Test solo adventure, and you know what, I say solo, but you're more than welcome to play it with friends, and it works well just running a bunch of people through it. You don't have to play it by yourself by any means. It reads, the coolest thing about this is the adventure, the Death Test and Death Test 2, they read like a choose your own adventure book. So, for example, we say on this number, you're facing west, you can go ahead, 156, or turn around, 44. So we'd either go to 156, and it's not page 156, it's entry number 156, or entry number 44, and it takes you through the whole thing like that. You keep going back and forth until you either dead or you survive and get out. So, Death Test 1 and 2, both of them, plus no map needed, because where will we get a map for this? From Melee and Wizard. That's where we get the map for this. So we have the counters that are needed. You'll notice like there's some goblins here, a couple wizards, some other bad guys. That's the bad guys you need to fight against to put your other counters up against with the good guys, okay? So, extra bag, no dice. You have them in the wizard and melee boxes. I'm skipping over some of the stuff a little bit, but just suffice it to say, there is information and artwork on every single side of every box. I haven't seen a blank page yet, so that's a Steve Jackson Games thing for you. All right, next we have this nice piece of cardboard, and I'm not just making jokes about the cardboard. They really do like some engineering wizardry on this thing to make sure you get it and it's in good shape. It's not just all busted up or dented. So this cardboard is made so that it will make the rest of this survivable. Okay, next thing we have. Oh, I'm so excited about these. These are so cool. So excited. All right, is these are wizard characters. There's a whole freaking pad of them. Nay, nay. There are 3 pads of them. 3 pads of them. And you might ask, well, why do you need so many character sheets? Well, you might want to make up a bunch of characters. And the other thing about it is, this game is pretty old school. So there's definitely like character mortality involved in this game. But all your character information, even for a complex character like a wizard, all of it fits on this one little sheet. So, guess what? He just died. Let's make up another one. It'll only take like 5 minutes max. Alright, so that's the reason for that. And I really love these sheets. They're cool. They're so cool. So, we have those sheets. And I'm skipping over these things so I can get to this. Okay, also, the companion to the wizard sheets, character sheets, are these melee character sheet pads. And you don't need quite as much information because you're not picking out a whole bunch of spells and whatnot. So, there you go. All the melee characters you might want. All the fighters. Alright, what do we got next? It's a pack of cards. I wonder what this could be. Okay. This is a treasure card. And it's very glossy. And this says fighter card instructions. So I think it gives some instructions about what to expect and how to use these fantastic cards. I've been using these guys for a while. I'm becoming familiar with them. Simon's good. I like Simon. Torvald is pretty cool. All these nice cards with good artwork. Really nice artwork. Meg is one of everybody's favorite because her large shield and chainmail stops 5 hits. And then we have some blanks. They're all glossy, very high gloss, and you're thinking, wow, what would you do with those? Because it's not like you can exactly write on them. Well, actually, yes, you can with dry erase markers. I prefer wet erase, and I'm not going to tell you can use them with this because I haven't figured that out yet. I've got a question in to some people to find out about that. But I'm gonna see about that. But I said, hey, even if they're not usable with wet erase, because wet erase sticks on and dry erase kind of smears off sometimes. So if they're not usable with wet erase, you can always put them in a card sleeve and just mark on your card sleeve. It's not a huge deal. So you have all these blank ones as well to make your own. And they're dry erase, so we were talking about, oh, your guy dies pretty quick in 2 seconds, or, well, honestly, in like 30 seconds, you could probably have another one made up. With these, even quicker with this. Just wipe it clean, white on it again. So, those are pretty cool. And I'm going to try putting those back in the little bag so they don't get all messed up. Alright, so I got another set of dice. This is one red and one blue, just like the ones that come in the wizard and melee. That's pretty awesome. Next is this interesting little thing. Okay, this is another folder of some sort. And I'm just kind of saying that like I don't know. Okay, so this is like the folio folder. And it's tuck tab, and it's expandable. It expands. So this is for like maybe for the Game Master to use to carry a few more things. But alright. Think we're still live? Okay. Sorry about that, folks. So it looks like a leather, kind of like a leather satchel. So that's kind of cool. It's nice that they keep the theme and whatnot. Okay, this is one of the posters that they spoke of, and of course, the artwork's always beautiful in this, but it's nice to get something that you can actually use as well as not just, you know, something to look at. But this is your map of Dran, and then we have the more local map of the village of Vendlin. And you will note, I will note for you, where's it at? This is the Broken Blade. This is where all my adventures start from. You're having a drink at the Broken Blade. When in walks, so anyway, nice, fantastic full color maps. That's pretty cool. That's actually super cool. Epic sized, not like the small ones that come in the original book, so that's pretty neat. Alright, next we have something else with more beautiful artwork on it. What in the world could this be? Oh, well this looks like a folder, but wait, it's not a folder. This is your ever-loving GM screen that is just freaking monstrous. Look at that. Look at that. You're going to like, I don't know about you, but for my table, I'm going to have to fold part of it up because this is just huge. And it's gorgeous. So the players get to look at all this cool artwork, and the Game Master, we get to look at hand-to-hand combat, combat with bare hands, all this hand-to-hand information here. Long-range missile fire, defending and dodging, dex bonuses and penalties. So all this is information you need right up in front of your face anyway. All the engaged and disengaged attacking options. I mean, everything is here. Time, speed, and distance table. Information about poison. Reactions to injury. That's always handy to have right at the tip of your fingers. Recovery from exhaustion. All this information's here. Turn sequence. You know, it's just fantastic. This is really going to be a super cool thing to have. Alright, now, I hate that I even flipped this over and spoiled it, but one of the items we have here is the map I was talking about in the inside of the original, in the Labyrinth book, in the Labyrinth rule book, the original map. Well, this time we have it, it's a little bit larger, and bam, it's full color. Check that out, it's fantastic. Even in my best day, when I was that young age of 18, 19 years old, I could not have kept it in the lines this well. This is fantastic. And just like it has the different levels, so it goes up to level 6. I was my bad about level 10. But you can see how, if this was all in different black and white patterns, it would be really hard to read. It looks amazing. Looks amazing. And then on the flip side is you think the same thing, except for everything's numbered, so that you can actually use it to build an adventure or build a labyrinth and populate it. So that's pretty, that's like amazing. This is like dream come true kind of stuff. I know it's goofy, but then we have, this is the character sheet and reference pages. So you have a slightly larger character sheet here for playing like more of a campaign. And then this is a GM character record, so more succinct notes to keep for your players. Oh no, you couldn't find on Amazon hexagon paper, so here's hexagon paper, a little bit larger with notes. Then you have all your weapons. This is out of the book, but this is still nice to have it in a little side area so you can pass around. Weapons table, equipment. This is again your list of options for engaged and disengaged. Really nice. And these are more of the character sheets, the small ones. If you'll note, oh, what do they look like? They look exactly like this. And one of the cool things that you maybe didn't notice before is that two of these together make up the same size as one of these. So if you had something that holds one of these, you could fold these over and you keep them all together. And this is about the same size as a standard card game card. So just saying, just pointing that out there. And then on the back we have more record keeping information for area for you to put. And this is at the bottom. It says you're able to copy these things for your use, for your own personal use. So, well, at least the hex paper and stuff. Actually, I'm not seeing it printed on here. It was on the previous copies that I had. Yeah, but there you go. You have that. Next in the box, we have another full-sized, old-school dungeon crawl adventure. The Evil Wizard Tolankar and his lair. So, there's Tolankar's lair. I'm not going to spoil anything by going through a bunch of it, but you know, you've got character cards for Winton and Porphyry, Tarv, those are his apprentices, and Tolankar himself. And then you have a map that looks very similar. What do you think? So that's a good example of how you can use the map that we've gotten previously to create a whole entire adventure with that map. So very nice. Alright, next is this book. What could this be? Well, this looks familiar. Could it be? Yes, it could be. So the I Want It All box comes with hardback, but this big, huge box with all this stuff in it comes with a softcover edition of In the Labyrinth. This comes with your I Want It All box. Alright, now I may be mistaken, but I think this is the last thing in here. It's not like there hasn't been a ton of stuff come out of this box, but yes, sadly, it's the very last thing. But you won't be disappointed because I know what this is. I've been looking at it online. So, Mega Hexes. You have to have this to play the game. It's going to be so much fun. So, this is way cooler than back in the day. First off, let's just talk about this bad boy here. This is your Granddaddy Mamma Jamma 14 Hex Dragon. This thing comes out, it's pretty much over. Well, you know, depending, but I mean, this is just amazing. This is really fantastic. All this stuff is the bigger, like epic, what I call epic size. Also, you'll notice these are very glossy. These are also dry erase. So, back in the day, you know, we had the doinky ones, and you had to Xerox them and print them out, and then cut them out with scissors, and they blew away and all that stuff. This stuff is not going anywhere. This stuff is very nice and thick cardboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different. But wait, maybe there's actually more than 6. Aha, what if we flip it over? Is it different on this side? The alarm again. The Dyson guy, who's created some other stuff. I believe he's the one who did these hexes with the artwork on the back of them, and you can just look. They're fantastic. They're not. I mean, you could sit here and bend it if you wanted to, but if you just take halfway decent care of these things, they're going to last forever. And the shiny, so you can use your all your dry erase markers. So that's pretty fantastic right there. Just in and of itself, you could use that for any you know, any game that has hexes in it. All right, so I think there's some other stuff here that we need to look at. This was an extra I ordered, but since I ordered, I will go ahead and share it with you and let you see. So we have another pack of dice. These are plain white ones, but they're not plain. They have the Eye in the Pyramid Steve Jackson logo, as some of you might have seen, noticed. But anyway, yeah, they have the Steve Jackson logo on them. So that's pretty cool. Um, and this is for use with what they call like Cardboard Heroes. There's a ton of files you can purchase and download at Steve Jackson Games on Warehouse 23. And they are really nice looking cardboard foldovers. And you know, you talk about minis and stuff, and I like to play with minis, but for toting around, if you want to get something that looks like that stands up and maybe gives it a little bit more attention, um, you know, you can use these standy what do you call them? Yeah, they're hex bases. Thank you, assistant. Hex bases. Yes, these hexagon bases, and they just work perfect with those cardboard heroes and any other ones you see on the web that you want to buy or download. Um, they just and you have like black ones for I guess for bad guys is what I would do, and then each of my players can choose what color they want to be to give it a little bit clearer recognition on the board. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else we have. I ordered more sets of the cards because, you know, I can't really have too many of those. Um, Another set of the dry erase cards. And I'm going to guess more dice. All these were extra. Because I just plan on people dying a lot. But then we have these nice things here. This comes in the I Want It All box. So okay, I'm going to put, actually, it's got the, okay, so we're getting to a point here where I'm just going to have to start overlapping things. So check this out. This is the wizard mat, and I'm going to take it out of this thing because the shiny is not going to do it any justice. I don't know if it's going to necessarily end up going back in this thing or not. I want to try to get it out in mostly one piece, so I can have the option. So this is not quite the thickness of like a mouse pad, but if you're familiar with any games that have this type of mat, it's like neoprene on one side, and this is just very nice cloth on the other. I mean, this looks fantastic. It's a little lumpy right now because I put stuff down where I shouldn't have, but it's going to be fantastic. I mean, there is nothing that's going to look better than this sitting on your table. So if you want to have like a wizard or melee duel, bust out your wizard mat that comes in your I Want It All box. You know, bam, looks fantastic. Now we're going to go for the melee. Appreciate your patience. Thank you. All right. Here's the melee. Oh, I just killed someone. All right. So here's the melee mat. And like I said, they just look fantastic. There is nothing else you can say about this. They just look really good. Very nice quality. Um, I'm a little overwhelmed. I've seen like I've seen pictures of these, but to have them in real life right smack dab in front of me, it's really amazing quality. Um, so in the I Want It All box, we have one last thing, and this is the one that comes with, I believe, comes with the I Want It All box, and that is the Melee Wizard. So the so let me just go through this to make sure we understand. I don't want to misinform anyone. So with your Legacy Edition, you're going to get the Melee box, mini game, new larger map encounters, the Wizard. You'll get both these. You will get, also in the Legacy Edition, you'll get the soft cover Thank you, assistant. You'll get the soft cover rule book. You'll get Tonkar's Lair with the, that comes with it. So you get Tonkar's Lair. You'll get the Solo Adventures of Death Test and Death Test 2. Okay. You will get a pack of the small character sheet cards for Melee. You'll get a pack of the larger cards for Wizard. You'll get the 4-panel Game Master screen, this bad boy. And look, I just want to tell you, this is like Monopoly board thickness. This is game board thickness. This is really good stuff here. I don't know why the heck I said Monopoly board. First thing that came out of mind. That's ridiculous. Somebody's going to get me on that. But anyways, and it folds up very nicely, and you could rob a bank with this thing now. It's really good and super sturdy. So you get that. The Mega Hex die cut sheets that I showed you. The box with the 2 little holes in top that is partially already put back in the... Yes, this whole box of Mega Hex sheets that we showed you. All these, you get that. Let's see, the die cut sheets. The 11 by 17 Labyrinth map, that big double full color bad boy right there, you'll get that. Also, the 14X Dragon counter, you get that. The character sheet and reference booklet, this thing, with all the areas with the notes and stuff, and then all the weapons and equipment listed, all that. And you'll get the 2 large maps of the small map. I say small map. The small scale, larger scale. Anyway, the closer scale map of the village of Venduin, and the map of the Duchy of Dran. Duchy, I don't know. So all that, you get all that in the Legacy Edition. In the additional for the I Want It All box, you get the hardcover rule book. That we've seen. The companion, the first thing we pulled out. The playmats. You get both these playmats with the I Want It All and the 19 by 12 pocket folders. Those come with the I Want It All box. I believe as well the folio. I'm not sure. Now I'm looking at my notes. I may have put something down wrong. I believe one of these comes with the I Want It All box. I will report back on this to make sure. But let me see. Yeah, I think it does. I just didn't write it down. The pocket boxes, though. I could have swore I wrote that down. Yes. So, I mean, you're getting a ton of stuff here, and basically, you need this book and some paper to play the game, but all this other stuff is fantastic for the price, and it's custom made specifically to work with this game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You have to trust me. If you haven't played, your local game store can get it for you. It's really good. So, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to get off here now because I need to get busy playing. See ya.